Joining me now with more on all of this is the man himself, the 55th Speaker of the House, former California Congressman Kevin McCarthy. Speaker, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Great to see you, Maria.
And it was just a little while, was it a couple of weeks after you became the Speaker of the House, the highest Republican in the nation, okay, the Speaker of the House, was it just a few days later or weeks later after you were sworn in that you were actually tracked by Democrats?
Yeah, we're just learning. The weaponization went beyond just trying to go after President Trump. It went after all Republicans. And remember, when they went after my phone number, my phone log, they didn't tell AT&T it was my phone. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell anybody else. And they just went to try to find all. They went much further and longer duration than they asked for the senators' phones as well. Now we're finding out they also went after Jim Jordan's phone. They would go after any political enemy they thought was out there. It's the true weaponization of government. And we're just now getting this information. And when we first found out about it, thanks to Senator Grassley and Senator Johnson and what Jim Jordan has been working on, AT&T said, no, they didn't provide my phone number, but they did give the phone logs we find out now. But the first question is, what crime did all these Republicans actually propose to have committed? Just being a Republican? Being the leader in the House? The Speaker of the House? That's what they wanted to go after my phone log for?
That's unbelievable. And I know that at some point AT&T said, no, we didn't do what Verizon did. We pushed back and said, look, we're not going to get involved in this. But you're saying, in fact, they did send over the phone records of your number, even though they didn't know it was your number.
At the very beginning, they said they did not do that because they thought they caught themselves. Because normally if someone went after someone's phone log, they'd have to show proof. There'd have to be some reason why you broke some crime. They wanted to investigate you. And they'd say your name. Jack Smith on purpose would not say my name, just give my phone number out. And as we're watching from the judge, there was no indication why to go after me. Simply that I was the leader of the Republican Party. I had become Speaker, the highest elected at the time. For Republicans, and they wanted to go after my phone log.
Unbelievable.
Why? They wanted to look at every constituent that called me, every leader that I talked to, every other Republican or Democrat I talked to, or any foreign leader I talked to. They thought they had a right to try to track us and understand whatever we were doing. First, let's find out why Jack would do that. The weaponization of taking this government and going after business to go and spy on Americans.
Yeah. Kevin, real quick, do you believe this is the right forum for Jack Smith? I mean, how is he going to explain himself? Is it right that he should be behind private doors, or do you I know in a public hearing, each lawmaker only has 5 minutes, so it's limited.
Well, I want to get to the information. So if it's behind closed doors, I trust in Jim Jordan. Let's get all that information, but let's not this be the only hearing. Let's bring a number of hearings out, but we've got to get all the information because we know now that the Biden administration tried to hide everything.
Unbelievable. All right, let's take a short break. I want to continue this conversation, and I also want to get your take on this affordability issue. We're talking with the former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. We'll be right back on Sunday Morning Futures.